All right. Welcome to the stream. Give me a moment here. We are live and direct. Let me update IG real quick before we jump into things. All right, we're streaming live here on Facebook and YouTube. Hop over there if you guys want to come check out the stream. We're going to do a good old-fashioned power hour. Right now it is 6:20. Going to do a little bit of introduction and talk about the what I'm working on, and then jump into some actual dialing and utilizing the AI power toolkit that we are working on. All of this is just going along as we go. I don't have a script. The goal here is to show you in action, going after data that I'm pulling live with a script that I made live, and then using all the tools live in action. Let's go. Okay. Currently using the Redx Vortex form to organize some of my data with my CRM. We have PropWire to actually pull data. And I already have some data we've already pulled. I'm gonna make a couple of calls here. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday evening. Just like in the past with dial sessions, if you guys have questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. Otherwise, it will be just me doing my thing. I may do some screen sharing to show you what I'm working on. If and when we get somebody on the phone, you're watching this live, and let's say they happen to drop their email or phone number in the conversation, and I'm sharing the conversation with you on a speaker. I do hope that you value what I'm doing here and don't go around me on deals. However, if that's your way of squeezing out a deal, then hey, I feel bad for you, but do what you got to do. But that would be the end of our relationship. The idea here with the things that I'm doing and sharing with you is to help you get better in your business. But when I'm doing live calls and you happen to hear some information that might allow you to reach out to that seller yourself, well, hey, I get it, but that's just not the type of people we want around here. So you can just unfollow and do all of that, because all that energy is not wanted. The whole idea when I'm making calls is how you can get it, so you can get a inside perspective of what I'm doing and how I'm doing. A lot of the content that I bring out throughout the day is showing you processes and systems, but this is actually showing you in action the verbiage, the tools, the style, the approach, more than just here's the script, right? And if any of you guys are watching live, feel free to chime in the comments. Right now we're in the private group, Cold Calling Isn't Dead. So I have 570 group members in that private group around the world. And then I'm actually on our page publicly, and then in the YouTube channel as well. If you guys are watching live or on the replay, please hit that like or subscribe or follow button, and that will allow me to bring more and more content to you guys. And as you know, we are rolling out the Power Prospecting Program. And so if you are a real estate professional, whether you're a listing agent, a broker, a investor, or a wholesaler, or somebody who sources opportunities, maybe you are a virtual assistant, or maybe you are on a team and you're looking to get some training for your cold calling team and integrate AI training and AI tools into your process and system, you can use the links and reach out to me. Looks like we have a few people watching on YouTube and on Facebook. So again, open Q&A. However, for the most part, I'm just going to be going through platforms and talking about what I'm doing, and then doing some Q&A. The idea is between now and 7:30, 6:30 now, is to show you some of the stuff that I'm some hopefully be able to get some people on the phone and have some conversations. The first piece set of data that we're going to go after is property owners that have a few properties. They were selling in the last 18 months and they didn't get sold. There's also existing debt on the property that isn't adjustable. So it's a couple of factors. One, I know that they have multiple properties. They were trying to sell in the last year to a year and a half. And then also the debt in place is adjusting. Okay. So this is telling me we have somebody who, one, they know a little bit about real estate because they own a few properties. So it's a little bit of a different conversation. Two, their mortgage or their existing debt is coming due. So they're trying to sell, they're trying to do something. And if they haven't yet, there's probably some sort of an issue, which tells me a lot of things. There's motivation there. And then three, as I mentioned, they were listed. So me knowing that stuff, great. That's just data. But you also have to understand the position of the people that you're calling. And so if I can come in and put an offer or a solution on the table that makes sense to them and get into a conversation, this could be very well something that ends up going into an agreement or a follow-up to talk about a letter of intent to buy the property, that type of thing. Or if you're a listing agent, you would be going out there to talk about getting the property into contract. Or that type of thing. But let's just see how this goes here. And again, if you have any questions about the lead, the platforms, things like that, let me know. I do organize my stuff in, again, as I mentioned, RedX Vortex, and I don't have a link, but I think they're doing that year-end special. There's a dialer built in, and you can get expireds, for sale by owners, and different types of leads. I do not have an affiliate account with them. However, I do use the platform. If you're interested in that, hit me up. I can get you that information. And then all of my data or my leads, I use PropWire. I can show you guys that. And if you saw some of the stuff I put out there earlier, I shared some of my AI I'm working on. I'm not going to dive a lot into that, but I will tell you that when I'm dialing or afterwards, it does save a lot of time when I'm integrating that stuff. We have not the Air AI platform yet. That's something we will integrate, but we're going after highly targeted data through these stacked lists to have more conversations during the sessions compared to just dial. So it's much more targeted than like a whole zip. I mean, just alone knowing that, one, they were trying to sell, so they're expired or canceled, and then two, their mortgage they have in place is coming due, and then three, they have at least 3 properties. So this could be an investment. They are somewhat familiar with transactions, and so they might be open to a more creative approach of getting the transaction done. My screen keeps refreshing. I'm trying to get to RedX. Just refresh automatically. Give me a moment, and then we're going to get to dial in here. The Wi-Fi at the house at 6:30 is not zooming as it should be, but we will make do. If you guys are tuning in, make sure that like and follow and subscribe button and type in the chat where you're watching from. I'm currently streaming in 3 different places: in our private group on Facebook, on the public page on Facebook, which I will cut short here soon, and then on YouTube as well. And I'm going to do my best to not do a bunch of self-promo about the bunch of different things that I'm working on, but just know any platform that you're seeing or that I'm talking about, if you want to get set up with it, I can shoot you a link, and it does help support what I'm doing as well. And again, I'm working around technology, so bear with me with the speed. I guess it might be a sign to get on the phone with Xfinity and get that Wi-Fi bumped up, right? We'll see what that next speed is. But hey, or maybe I need a new machine, and we can figure that out. Let's get some deals done though. All right. So I will put it on speaker when I get into conversation. So let's just see if we can get somebody on the phone first. I use when I'm doing the first call, like I haven't called this number before, I'll do the call, a quick little text, call back. Excuse me. You can just say something simple like, I'm calling about your property on. And again, all this can be flowed into our AI tools. So part of us working together when we hop into our one-on-one sessions is me learning your process and system. And then within the first month, I will be having all of that documented and creating a tool to automate everything that you're doing currently that we built out. So essentially, when we work together one-on-one, by the end of the program, your process and system is automated as you choose it to be. And I mentioned something similar to that, like to a colleague of mine that does real estate down in Florida. And he's like, "What system? What system do you think I'm in?" Well, no, I had to back up and explain your sales process, your sales cycle. From getting the lead to making the call to meeting with with the seller to put it into a listing agreement to that whole process. Besides the human parts, can be automated, so that way you can back up and you can start working, doing more face-to-face in closing deals or whatever it is that you want to do. So that's the whole idea. So me coming in as a consultant, coming in and learning your sales cycle and your sales process as a realtor, as a wholesaler, as a listing agent, and able to create this for you is what we're talking about. Think about 95 to 1995 to 2000, when the World Wide Web or the internet was rolling out, and many businesses made that transition. Over the next already happening months to 18 months to 24 months, not only large scale companies, but solo entrepreneurs are going to be moving towards this, or most likely exiting business. It's just the way everything will be going. Even how I started in sales when I was 16 years old, cold calling, that type of stuff. It won't exist on the front end. It will exist to maybe convert and confirm certain things and manage machines and that type of thing. But that is the direction that things are going. So by the end of January, we will have our full AI sales platform rolled out that you can integrate as well, to where even these front end calls are all going to be automated with your own custom AI platform, being able to automate as much or as little as you want in your business. And that's what part of what I'm here to help you do.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
We are currently making live calls. Give me a moment. I'm waiting for my screen to refresh so we can jump back into the calls. These live sessions that I do in the PM, I'm actually making dials, so it's less presenting and showing and more action. And beginning in January, these sessions will only be they'll only be in our private groups. I'm just kind of giving you guys a sneak peek of stuff that we'll be doing in the program that begins the first week of January. Stop the screen share. That helps a lot. I think it's the latency that's things down. Maybe we can figure out a way to automate that. If you guys are running into here's a little hack, into your day-to-day issues, like, man, I wish I start writing that stuff down, even get a little notepad. And you'll be surprised. A lot of this stuff, we can create custom prompts to help work us through this stuff. And if it's not capable now because of connections, it will be here. It won't be long. The type of stuff is well on the way. If you guys are looking for motivated seller leads, there's a link for that. If you guys happen to experience little run-ins and slowdowns like this, that you feel like, man, I can automate that, write that stuff down.
Your call has been forwarded to an
On to the next. Ding, ding, ding.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
I'll tell you guys a story about Power Hour. When I first started in the mortgage world back in 2008, I started as a telemarketer in a broker shop in Sacramento. And around 7 o'clock or so, towards the end of the evening, if you were in that role and you didn't have any applications in place, they would make you stand up. And you had to stand up and they would take away your chair until you had a positive result for the day. It was called Stand Up Power Hour. No joke. And some people couldn't take that type of environment. But in reality, when I saw they were doing that, I was like, yes, this is cool. I knew I was in the right type of environment. Within 2 weeks, I was out of that role and I had 2 telemarketers underneath me as a loan officer. That next month was my first month taking over 20 grand in commissions. Now, it wasn't just about the money. It was just eye-opening of the room that I was now in. Stand up Power Hour. It's Power Hour, baby. Time to stand up and make things happen. That was in 2008, 2009. Like I said, the next month it was 23 grand. And then that shop closed not too long after that, but you can do the math. So a lot of connectivity. I'm going to do my best to get the Wi-Fi speed up in the home office. And if you guys are watching this stream live, thank you. If you're watching the replay, thank you. Again, the Power Prospecting program is open. I have 6 slots available. For those of you that are looking to welcome to the stream, the watch shop and jewelry repair. If you're looking to find out more about the actual program itself and get on my calendar this week to learn about how it can be integrated into your business. And we could talk about not just prospecting and the cold calling part of things, but how we can seamlessly integrate tools that I'm working on, but not only that, creating custom ones for your business to automate some of the stuff that you're doing. Again, I'm Jeremy Marquez with the Power Prospecting program. My contact information is below. If you haven't already, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, share, whatever platform that you're on. Even if you're not in real estate and you're curious about AI and you have a business, I'm happy to meet with you and figure out some solutions that could help you do more of what you're doing. As an example, I have a friend who owns a kava bar. It's a cafe and slash bar where they serve kava. And I'm creating a tool, and I've already started releasing it, that when new customers come in, it will take them through like a game that will help them learn about what kava is. Because and then different, because that right there takes a lot of his time up, even though he may enjoy it. It's just neat things like that. But on top of that, think big picture. We can create tools that will automate the whole experience. But even, not only that, for the business owner, it can automate things like ordering product, bookkeeping, payroll, employee type communications, and there's a lot that can be done there. It just depends on who you are and what you're doing in your business and how you would like it to operate. If you're somebody who wants to integrate AI into your home, like when you walk in the door, you have a tool that's already built in to turn things on and off. And we already have stuff like that. But I'll bet on it right now that by 2033, in 10 years, artificial intelligence will be integrated into our lives like Wi-Fi is right now. I can reach out and touch Wi-Fi, even though I can't actually feel it, it's there. And that's how it, the way we're going with technology. And it's a little scary, but what are you going to do? Hide under the rug. It's like when any type of new advancement in technology, and that's not really what this stream is about, but for me, it's just exciting because we can just do more. One of the things in 2016 to 2019, when I was building my company, We Call You Close, when I was working, we said it was a virtual ISA service for realtors. One of the big things that stopped me from really growing that business was my ability to manage people, to trust people, to train people, and then replace myself, right? And there are some business owners who they're able to do that, right? But for me, it was one of the things, at least in that business and where I was in my life, that stopped me from really, I always imagined being able to clone myself 10 times and be able to run the business that way, right? And so if I had AI back then, some of the things I was able to do, that business may have gone places that I had gotten in the way, but didn't allow it to do. And I can admit that. And what I can do today is I can create solutions around that to help the next entrepreneur that's out there looking to create something similar. Big picture, though, kind of like one of my idols that I follow, the Sacramento Kings owner, Vivek Ranadive, he started his business. He's a smart guy, right? He went to MIT, but there were guys and gals that were much smarter than him. And I know that too. Like I can pick things up and I know my way around with things, and I can articulate things and communicate with you guys, but I'm good at what I'm good at. And there's people out there much smarter than me in technology and the AI space that are much better at certain things than what they're good at, and vice versa. And so the beautiful thing about what I'm talking about here is the power of collaboration. And moving into 2024, wherever you are, if you're watching this as maybe somebody who you're going to bring on board to help do some training or help you in your business, or if you're on the other side and you're looking at this as potentially something you want to become involved with and collaborate with, hey, I'm open. There's links to my calendar. It is only 7:00 on Wednesday. I have a couple of more hours to take a call this evening, maybe even hop on a Zoom. But I am fully vested into this project as well as a few others, but this is the foundation because every business and everything venture or project that I jump into from here forward will be based off of utilizing the tools and technology of where we're going. And sorry, guys, if you're going to fight it, you're going to have a hard time in your business. You look at some of the big guys out there, they're already doing it. And I'm not saying that it's going to completely take over everything, but some jobs will be replaced with other jobs. It doesn't mean that jobs are going away. We just have to learn new skills, which are actually much easier, and it will give us much more freedom to be able to do more things. With that being said, it's okay for it to be a little bit scary or, oh no, what's going to happen? Because that's how things always are as we grow and we evolve. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I am Jeremy Marquez with Power Prospecting, and I look forward to bringing you guys more stuff just like this.